And the raising money factor?
Raising money factor.
Because that's 50 cents more than the last time Tom gave
I figured that would. If I can put his endorsement behind it, that would be fantastic.
See, that's what I'm afraid of now. You're going to put out your
you said
flyers.
75 cents.
I have it right here, but you're going to put out your flyers that.
No, I don't have to claim your name on that one. You're off the hook unless you get up a little higher. In regards to contributions, though, you can go on my website. It's danielmielke.com, and you can pay by MasterCard. You can pay by credit card. You can pay by PayPal. Or what you can do is you can send it to me by check, and that is that'd be Mielke for Congress at 2550 County Road II, Rudolph, Wisconsin, 54475.
All right. Let me get a break in here. We got a full phone bank. Scott, Wayne, and Harold, hang on if you can. We'll come back in your questions for congressional candidate Daniel Mielke after this break. 7th District congressional candidate Daniel Mielke is in the studios with us. He'll be challenging Dave Obey this coming November for the U.S. House of Representatives. Let's head back to the phones at 845-2155. Turn down your radio when you join us on the air. Wayne, thanks for holding and welcome to Feedback.
Yes. Dan, best of luck in this race.
Thank you.
You know, it should be a no-brainer to oppose Dave Obey. But unfortunately, it's the no-brainers that seem to support him. And
now, Tom's taking offense to that, Wayne.
Well, I'm sorry, Tom.
Now, be careful. He contributed to my campaign.
Somebody said yesterday the same thing, that it's people who vote left or vote Democratic are somehow mentally unstable or something like that. It's
it's a mental disease.
Oh, yeah, well, come on.
Dr. Rossiter, a psychologist,
really
wrote a book on it.
Why do you think that is? Why do you believe that?
Why do I believe that?
Yeah.
Because nobody in their right mind could accept the philosophy of the left wing.
Did you have a question or other comment, Wayne?
One more question
Sure.
is, are you going to have an office in Wausau at all to distribute like bumper stickers or signs or anything like that?
The bumper stickers are in the presses right now. They should be coming out soon. As far as a specific office, where hopefully maybe the Republican Party headquarters or someone there may be able to offer that, maybe I can leave them in the office here with Pat.
Tom
will help put those out.
This is going to be the most expensive 75 cents I ever spent, isn't it?
I would like to say this though, that you're going to find I'm a little bit of a different candidate. I do not believe that my enemy is the Democratic people. I do have a problem with Congressman Obey. I have a problem with some of the philosophies that he has and the things that he does in Congress. But I actually believe there are good people out there on both sides of the fence that care about our country, that care about this nation, that want to see something happen that's for the good. And I'm expecting to get their votes, because that's the difference between me and a typical politician. Is I'm not a party line politician. I believe in representing every citizen in this district.
All right, Wayne, thanks. 845-2155. Harold, good morning. Welcome to Feedback.
Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, I have a couple questions for you. Number one, we're the most, what did you say, the most powerful district in government? The 7th District? Or one of the most
Congress,
powerful?
Yeah, we control that. We control a man that's the most powerful in Congress.
I know that, but Mr. Obey's answer to that is going to be, I am the one that made it so.
Well, and that...
that's going to be a tough... And the second question I got, and then I'll hang up, is how do you plan to nail the voters over 60? I'm well over 60, but I mean, Mr. Obey, these are the people he goes after, and there's many of us out there. And we get out and vote where the young people have got a job, they're working, supporting their families, and us older folks, we just go and vote, and that's about what we got to do. So you got two tough jobs right there, and I'm all for you.
All right, Harold, thanks.
Well, actually, Mr. Obey may be responsible for being the most powerful man in Congress, but I don't know if the power that he wields is what we want. But we do have the power to remove the most powerful man, and that makes us more powerful than him. In regards to the senior citizens, I think if I can get the message out that's really there, and that is the fact that Mr. Obey has utilized the senior citizens more as a dairy herd than he has as citizens, and that he's been milking them for quite a few years to get his votes and to get his money, they'll probably see the light. We have a problem with Mr. Obey in the fact that over the last 10 years, he's voted in regards to illegal immigration 47 times in favor of the illegals. The illegals are breaking our healthcare system, they're breaking our social services system, and he's even allowing or trying to allow them to break our social security system. Mr. Obey is not a friend of the seniors in that sense. Yes, he knows how to stroke. He knows how to go ahead and give out plaques at the right time of the year, and he knows how to go out and utilize his government position to generate votes. But Mr. Obey, while he may be putting a quarter or two in your palms, taking $2 or $3 out of your back pocket.
What would you tell to the businesses in the district that use illegal immigrants as the main source of their labor force?
Well, first of all, those businesses that use illegal immigrants for their labor force source are taking an unfair advantage of those businesses who are obedient to the law and abide by the law. We had a farm down in Portage County where a gentleman couldn't quite make a living, so he decided to grow marijuana. He ended up arrested. He ended up in jail. He ended up fined. So why is it that he can do something to try to keep his farm together and get in trouble for it, and the other guy, they'll just look the other way? What the illegal immigration is doing to the industry today, both in business and in farming, is giving those people who break the law an unfair advantage over those who are trying to uphold the law. They are destroying our country, and they need to be stopped.
Yeah, Tom was depressed for over 2 weeks, and that guy got arrested. So let's go.
What is with you recently?
Let's go to the phones again. And Paul, good morning. Welcome to Feedback.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen. I have a question for Dan, and I'm wondering what is your position on NAIS, and if you would like, I could give a brief explanation as to what that is.
Are you referring to the National Animal Identification System?
Yes.
Yeah. The NAIS is a system that's in place right now, and predominantly it's the large corporation farmers and things that are pushing for some of this. But it's a means of identifying every single animal out there that's in the agricultural community and keeping a track record of that. I'm opposed to that. I really do not like the idea of federally mandating that farmers have to go ahead and identify and keep a track record, running track record like that. That is just going to be such a burden on the farming industry. It also proposes a lot of legal problems that I believe are going to come out on that. If somebody voluntarily wants to do that to be able to generate a higher price on their critters, that's fine. But as a farmer, as someone who's been in that realm, that burden alone, most of us in the farming industry, we're just, especially the small farmers, we're trying to squeak by and make a living. And then you keep putting these burdens on us, one after the other, to the point where you just push us right out the door. That's hurting America. Just recently, there was an global economic shift meeting in Stevens Point area. And one of the things is the one aspect of this country that still has a firm economic stronghold, and that's our agricultural industry. China, about 30% of China's land is all that's suitable for agriculture. That means 65% of that land you can't grow crops on. That's their weakness. That's where we're going to be strong. And what's happening right now is the business sector knows that. And so large corporate farms, large international farming industries know that, and they're trying to acquire as much of this industry in this country as they possibly can. And we have to be careful and protect that interest because that's our backbone. That's our foundation. The farming industry, the food industry is where we are the strongest right now, and it's going to continue to grow. Our grain prices are at a 65-year high. It's actually starting to get to the point where people appreciate what the American farmers have done for this country. And I'd hate to see those who built this nation, the small farmer, lose out in that fight.
Anything else?
Yeah, I assume you're aware that NAIS would affect more than just the farming communities.
It's going to affect the nation.
Anybody with a horse or two chickens is going to have to register premise,
right?
ID their individual animals, and eventually track them and report the movement.
I used to raise 3,000 to 5,000 chickens a year and sold them for meat chickens. Can you imagine what it'd be like to try to get all those things registered and documented? And tell me, how do you keep track? Which one died? They're all white. They're all brown.
Well, I guess they want you to put individual leg bands on them.
Right, and and they don't stay. I've done the leg band situation. They don't stay. It's a nightmare waiting to take strength, and I'm opposed to it.